Hey everybody, Optimus Prime here, back with another video review. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers masterpiece MP12 Lambor. Now as you can see, this is, well, Sideswipe. And this is the masterpiece version officially licensed by Lamborghini. Takara Tomy there in the corner. Transformers down there. Nice Lambor picture here. I love this figure. Now the packaging is pretty standard for the smaller masterpiece figures. It's just like the big masterpiece packaging, but more able to accommodate the smaller figures that come inside. Lamborghini Countach LP500S, as you can see. That's what this is, and I absolutely love this vehicle mode. There is a little issue that I'll talk about later on in the video. I'll touch on it. But for the packaging, come around here to the side, you see his vehicle mode. See on the top here, Transformers Masterpiece. Nice picture of Lambor there on the side, which I believe is the Japanese name for Sideswipe. On the back here, you have things and stuff I can't read. Car mode, there he is with MP10, his accessories, everything you get in the box, minus something, which I'll again touch on here in a minute. And he does fit inside Masterpiece Prime's trailer. Yay! So, as for the packaging, that's about it. Let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Now, when you first open the packaging, you will get your obligatory instructions. Just says Lambor on it. More words I can't read. I believe someone said that this is a history of the Lamborghini Countach, which I would love to read. I could probably just Google it, but it is pretty cool. You also do get your collector's card. And as you can see, a nice picture of Lambor there on it. Very, very cool. MP12. Coming around here to the back, you do see more words I can't read, product shots, and there is specs if you are at all curious. He also comes with his blaster rifle, which is really, really cool. Focus camera, thank you. Which is very, very cool. I love the way that this looks. Just absolutely nice silver detail. And he does come with his rocket launcher that goes on his shoulder. Now it is just a molded piece of white plastic. But Repro Labels, or Repro Labels, however you say that, does actually have a sticker set out for this guy. Will I pick it up? I don't know. I haven't had the toy long enough. But one weird feature that this does include is you can take the blaster, fit it into this slot right here. And now he has a gun with a gun on the side. I don't, what is this? What is this and why? You do come with one more accessory. Now this is the second production run of Lambor, so they have fixed a few things. And you also do get the collector's coin. And it is in a tire, so it spins. Whee! Now this doesn't say Masterpiece Lambor, it says Transformers Masterpiece Sideswipe, which is cool. And the coin says Sideswipe. So whether it's an actual metal coin, I don't know, because it's got this nice plastic protector on it. And the only way to get at the coin itself is to tear apart this packaging. So I'm not going to tear it apart anymore. But it is kind of cool that you actually do get a little bit of metal. Not in the figure, but included. And here you have Masterpiece Lambor in his vehicle mode. Now I do have a slight paint blemish right there. I don't know how well that's going to come off on camera. There you go. It's like a hair or something got in it. And I do have a little bit of sloppy paint down there. It's just a little different colors. It's not bad. That does kind of bug me, the hair on the top, but I don't really display my Masterpiece Lambor in his vehicle mode. It is a nice vehicle mode, to be sure. It does carry over the very, very cool Lamborghini Countach feel. And as you can see here on the hood, he does have a little tiny Lamborghini symbol. Very nice Tampographed Autobot logo there. One windshield wiper, and you can kind of see the feet inside, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So, for some size comparisons, here we have him with the American version of Prowl. So you can see about how they scale. Scale together really nicely. Here you have him with Bumblebee, who's actually coming off a lot more yellow on camera than he is in person. So, little baby Bumblebee. Aww. And here you have him with MP10. Year of the Horse version, obviously, because that's the version I have. And they scale really well together. Now, I do think Prime should be a little bit bigger to scale with Lambor and things of that nature. But, again, in robot mode, these guys do look a lot more in scale. Get to that here in a minute. As for Lambor himself, he is really, really, really cool. I dig him a lot. Just all of the nice details and stuff on the figure itself. You've got nice hubcaps and wheels there. They are plastic wheels, so they're not rubber anymore, but we're sort of used to that. You do see what I'm talking about here is the red is slightly different. It doesn't come off that well on camera, but in person it's a lot more noticeable. On the back here you do see the Lamborghini Countach logos, Lamborghini Countach words, and the brake lights, exhaust. Just an overall very, very, very impressive vehicle mode, and it is very low to the ground. Now, bringing back in the weapon here that you have, he does have, like Prowl, a weapons mode. You can put this right there on the top, and as you can see, there's a little hole there. I can never get it to go in right because it always moves. But you can basically just set it in there. You know, my stick always moves. It doesn't want to go in. So I'm not going to force it. Because this is a really expensive toy. Well, not expensive, but, you know. So just separating these is really easy. Just, boop, now they're separated. The transformation for Masterpiece Lambor is a lot more fun than I'd say Prowl's. Because when I was transforming Prowl, I had a lot of trouble with the legs. And getting him back into vehicle mode was just a pain. But MP Lambor, I have transformed over now half a dozen times or so. He is phenomenal. I just love him so much. Now to begin the transformation, what you want to do is you want to take your Sideswipe and get him into a sort of hover conversion mode. You just want to take these front tires and bring them down. So they're like that. And this will just get them out of the way for later on in the transformation. Now you just kind of want to come back here, unpeg everything. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. But you want to take these panels, fold them down first. And I do have a bit of paint scrape just there on the door. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. But that's just for getting the doors down. So just be careful of that. As you can see right in there, it's got some paint marks too. So then you just want to take this top section and sort of wiggle it free. You want to get that loose and bring it forward like that. And then you can take this entire back section here with the feet, unpeg it, and I believe you can bring it down like that. So you have sort of his feet coming on here. Then what you want to do is take the spoiler, if it doesn't already split, and split it. Take these, break them like that, bring them down. Take the, it'll say Lamborghini and Countach, you just want to bring that up, sort of making like a stopper for his foot. So you just want to do that on this side. Well, rotate it all the way down, and it will sort of soft peg into place. Just like that, it'll soft click. Then there's this little section here, which you just want to push right up like that. And it'll just sit on there like that, and sort of give his overall foot a more completed look. And just fold these back here like that. You can split his legs, bring up the feet, make sure they're like that. Then take these black panels, fold them down. They are grooved here, and there is a little peg right there that just slides in like that, and it sort of makes the foot like that. So you just want to do that, make sure that's pegged in place. This will rest there like that. Then you want to take this black section, flip it out, give him a little heel spur, and there you have one of the legs done. Same thing on this side, just take this black panel down, fold that into place, lock it in, get the foot over, flip it out, and there you have the legs all done. Now what you want to do before you move on is you want to take this crotch section here and just fold it down, just like that. Now coming on to the arms, all you want to do is you just want to take them and bring them out. Then this centerpiece is on a double hinge. You just want to push it back and down, and it'll sit just like that into place. So you just sort of accordion everything together. You can take this section, bring it down, and give him his chest. There is a small tab inside that will tab into that peg right there on the waist. You just want to go ahead and push that in. If it'll sit in there. Hurt. Oh, something's not going right. Of course. Just go like that. Oh, right. You want to make sure that these are all the way in first. Make sure they're all in. And it can be a bit of a tricky situation to get them pegged in. There we go. Just peg his chest in. Just fiddle with it until you get it right. Bring that back. Bring the arms up. Bend them around. Rotate. Then just unaccordion them. And then the fists, you can actually reach inside here. Flip them out and fold this together. And there you have an arm. Just do the same thing on this side. Rotate it up, rotate it down, fold it out. Come around here, bring out the fist, fold it up, rotate it properly. Come up in here and fold up his head. So he has his actual head in there. Then one last thing what you want to do, you can just fold this down and leave it like that to give it a more toy accurate look. But the instructions actually say what you want to do is you want to come in here, and these are on just a little hinge. You just want to break them and bring them in, and then fold them again like so. Just bring them in like that. Do the same thing on this side. Bring it all the way in, collapse it into the body. Just gives it a little bit of a slimmer look to Sideswipe. And there you have him, transformed and in his robot mode. Now, you can take his shoulder-mounted cannon here and put it on either shoulder, but all of the box art and imagery has it on this shoulder. You just pop it on there like that, and now Sideswipe has his iconic shoulder cannon, which is really, really cool. Now, the gun, it doesn't hold in his hand as securely as I'd like. You can just open the fist, and it is just the slot plus tab doodad. You can just slot it in there like that. He's not holding it. Come on, Sideswipe. And then close the fist around it. That's the best I can do. The tabs, for whatever reason, on mine don't work very well, but you can see he holds the gun rather nicely in his hand, and it's decent. It's, you know, for posing options, you've got him holding his blaster. You just got to be kind of careful that he doesn't drop it. Now, for a size comparison, here we have Transformers Masterpiece MP Prowl. So as you can see how he scales up there. And we have a little bumblebee. Oh, it's a little bumblebee. Oh, he's so cute. And then we have MP10. Just so you can see how he scales with the main three. Very, very, very cool. So anyway, that's all for the size comparisons, the accessories, the transformation. Let's talk articulation, shall we? Let's. Just getting rid of the gun here for a second because, you know, it's not in there very well. It is a nice gun, but it doesn't hold in his hand very well. So, for his articulation, excuse me, his head does rotate and it does go up and down slightly. Slightly, if maybe it's just the joint, I don't know. But his shoulders will go all the way around. They go out, they go down, they rotate at the bicep, they bend at the bicep only once, and the fists do rotate all the way around. This one's kind of tight. Ugh. There you go. So you can have him do a nice fist bump pose or whatever you want. His waist came unpegged. As for waist articulation, he does have a full range. So you can have him do whatever you want. If you want him to run this way while looking that way, you can if you want to. His feet will go out that far, and the skirt will move out of the way to accommodate higher leg poses. One thing that does kind of bug a lot of people is that this is hollow. It doesn't really bother me too much because I look at my figures this way, but it is there. So you have him doing side kicks. He goes out that far. Down. He does have a knee joint, and I believe it's a double bend at the knee. And you also do get foot pivot. So you have all of that range you can have with the foot itself. So he can accommodate a wide variety of poses. If you want him to be more at an A stance, and you can have him, you know, ready to box or whatever. That's about all I can say for Masterpiece Sideswipe. Should you get him? I say yes. Pick him up if you do happen to get him. He is totally worth it, in my opinion. Now, my opinion doesn't count for a lot, but I love Masterpiece Lambor here. I love Masterpiece Sideswipe. And he's pretty much sold me on the rest of the Masterpiece line. That being Blue Streak, Smokescreen, Red Alert, G2 Sideswipe. Just all of the rest of them are going to be in my collection at some point. This has been Roctimus Prime with a look at Transformers Masterpiece MP12 Sideswipe or Lambor. Hoping you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Take care, guys.